He's fast. He's mean. He's one of the best boxers you've ever seen. With a perfect record of 29 wins and 27 knockouts, Gervonta Tank Davis has mastered the sweet science of boxing by unleashing his explosive power on his foes with lightning-fast speed and incredible precision.
Watch the power coming through the hips.
Davis is truly a generational talent, and here are the 10 times he proved exactly why he's one of the most feared fighters on planet Earth.
Tank Davis!
Born in the crime-ridden Sandtown, Westminster community in West Baltimore, Davis saw things no child should see, from his mother's troubles with drugs to the onslaught of gun violence in his neighborhood that turned hearts dark.
You know, when you were growing up, your parents were on drugs.
Yeah, both of my parents was on drugs.
Naturally, Davis was gripped by violence as he regularly fought kids in the neighborhood. Luckily, his uncle happened to watch one of his street duels and decided to turn his ruthless aggression into something positive. With financial help from another relative, Davis's uncle took him to a gym operated by Coach Calvin Ford. For years, Davis competed at the amateur level, where he won multiple national titles, most notably the 2012 National Golden Gloves Championship. He ended his amateur career with 206 wins and 15 losses and turned pro in 2013. In his debut year, Davis competed 6 times with as many finishes, showcasing his raw talent and boxing ability against bottom and mid-tier opponents. With the passage of time, the competition got tougher. After going 15-0 as a professional, Davis earned his fastest career knockout against Mario Antonio Macias. The victory also earned him the IBF Super Featherweight title. Davis wasted no time in firing off a couple of jabs and then a neat right hand as soon as the fight started. Seconds later, he landed such a lightning-fast right hand that Macias's brain needed a good 2 seconds to realize that it had been rattled. Talk about delayed knockouts. Macias refused to continue and the fight was over. If that KO impressed you, wait till you see the next one.
Watch his neck, watch his tip right on the temple behind the ear. He didn't see it coming.
A few months after defeating Macias, Davis challenged Jose Pedraza for the IBF Super Featherweight title. The two fighters went for it as soon as the fight started. Early in the first round, Davis landed a nice combination. Pedraza responded with a nice right hand. The two traded in the pocket non-stop throughout round 1. In round 2, Pedraza started strongly, but Davis didn't hold back either. Late in the second round, Davis started to brutalize Pedraza with uppercuts. By round 3, Pedraza was visibly frustrated as he blatantly hit Davis behind the head multiple times. Davis continued to dodge Pedraza's shots and fire back in big numbers. Pedraza made a bit of a comeback in rounds 4 and 5, round 5 in particular when he had Davis against the ropes. Davis countered with a left and a right. The slugfest continued in round 6, with Davis landing his jab and combinations to perfection. The finish came in the 7th round. Davis softened his foe up with brutal combinations for a few seconds. Tank then launched a missile of a right hand, and it was all over. Impressive, wasn't it?
Watch the power coming through the hips. Guy came in here 20.
More than a year later, Davis faced Jesus Cuellar for the WBA Super Featherweight title. Davis picked Cuellar apart with a combination of body shots, uppercuts, and counterpunching in the first round. In the second round, Davis kept things under control and floored his opponent with a brutal body shot.
Shot is not as willing to come forward. On straight left and down he goes!
In the third, Davis stalked Cuellar against the ropes and dropped him with a brutal combination. Cuellar got up, but Davis resumed his onslaught until referee Benji Estevez called the fight. Easy as you like.
And win another world title! Look at this power! And this one is over! Gervonta Tank Davis is once again a world champion and the future!
Davis's first WBA Super Featherweight title defense was much easier than his title victory, as he wasted no time in establishing his dominance against Hugo Ruiz. Davis started the fight with almost a dozen jabs. He stalked his opponent for the next 2 minutes while throwing heat. In the third minute, Davis upped the ante, putting Ruiz against the ropes and letting his lightning-fast hands go. Seconds before the end of round 1, Davis landed a 3-punch combo that bloodied Ruiz up. The Mexican never recovered.
That found its mark, and down goes Ruiz. He got blasted. Oh my goodness.
6, 7, 8. Are you okay?
Jack Reese.
In his second title defense, Davis had a tiny bit of trouble early against Ricardo Nunez, but once he found his rhythm, Nunez couldn't hold a candle to him. The southpaw Davis was patient early, as he had some trouble landing clean. Davis started to land his shots in the second half of the first round.
Davis to Nunez again. Davis peppering the body of...
In round 2, Nunez started strongly, pushing Davis against the ropes and landing some good shots.
For the top block by Davis.
Tank fired back with a devastating left hook that rocked Nunez. Then the floodgates opened.
Can Nunez recover? Big straight left. He's in big trouble.
The crowd at the Royal Farms Arena in Baltimore erupted in joy for their hometown hero. After absolutely dismantling Ricardo Nunez, Davis called out IBF Super Featherweight champion Tevin Farmer to unify the titles. But due to stalled negotiations, he vacated his 130-pound title to conquer the WBA lightweight title. The vacant title fight between Gervonta Davis and Yuriorkis Gamboa was one-way traffic throughout, although the Cuban put his toughness on display. The fight began at a tactical pace. Davis jabbed to the body and landed quick punches to the head. In the second round, Davis dropped Gamboa with a 3-punch combo. For the remainder of the round, Gamboa was in survival mode, as Davis pummeled him to bag a 10-8. Davis controlled round 3 with his pace, precision, and accurate punches. The trend continued in rounds 4, 5, and 6.
That's another one. It's like target practice now by...
Gamboa finally had some success in the 7th round as he landed some good shots. The 8th round started off in a similar fashion, with Gamboa throwing more.
There's a right down the center.
Davis came alive late in the 8th and dropped Gamboa with a good hook. From there on, Davis had things under control.
Big heavy shot. Davis, big straight left.
The finish came in the 12th round. Gamboa came out swinging for the fences, but Davis put him out of his misery with a huge uppercut. Davis was the WBA lightweight champion. He was too fast and just too technical for the Cuban, but at least Gamboa didn't have it as bad as Leo Santa Cruz.
Davis.
Gunning to reclaim his WBA super featherweight title, Davis challenged Leo Santa Cruz in late 2020. This was the fight that launched Davis into becoming a crossover star. It was Davis's pay-per-view main event debut, and that too against a veteran 4-division world champion known for his pinpoint accuracy and crisp striking.
That's the price that Chris Alvarez has to play. That's it.
The fight was back and forth. The first round was close, but Davis did more damage thanks to his speed and body work. In round 2, Cruz showed more intent, throwing shots at regular intervals. Not all of his shots landed clean, but they did make an impression. Round 3 was close again, with both fighters having their moments. Rounds 4 and 5 were fiery, with Davis's power shots being the difference. Between rounds 5 and 6, Santa Cruz's corner told him to get past the 6th round, since Davis would gas out from the 7th round onwards. The Baltimore native seemed to have heard it because he finished the fight seconds before the end of the 6th round. Signed, sealed, delivered. The finish won the Ring Magazine Knockout of the Year award in 2020. With 2 belts already gracing his trophy cabinet, Davis went for a 3rd one when he faced Mario Barrios for the WBA super lightweight title. Barrios, who was 26-0 at that time, was considered a really tough test for Davis, and he indeed lived up to the expectations. The fight was far from easy for Tank, as Barrios used his lanky frame and long reach to keep the boxing phenom at bay in the first 2 rounds. The fight opened up a bit in the 3rd and 4th rounds, with both fighters firing off combinations. After some trouble in the early rounds, Davis started to find his timing in the 5th. In the 7th round, Davis got the crowd going with a flurry. His speed and punching prowess start to take its toll on Barrios. Davis produced the first big moment of the fight in round 8, dropping Barrios twice. Surprisingly, Barrios mounted a comeback in the 9th, rocking Davis and forcing him against the ropes. Round 10 was the most competitive as both men landed big shots. Davis had the last laugh, however. In the 11th round, Gervonta dropped Barrios with a brutal body shot, forcing the referee to wave the fight off.
Davis unloads the left. Mario's a double number. It's over. It's over. Gervonta Tank Davis has ascended to 140 pounds. And Davis has recorded.
In his third WBA lightweight title defense, Davis faced undefeated sensation Rolando "Rolly" Romero. Now, Rolly's an absolute character, and he wouldn't have landed a fight against Davis if he didn't talk himself into it, and he thinks he is that guy.
He's not an awkward fighter. He's just a dumbass fighter.
Hey, you want a rematch? No. You scared as shit.
Despite a lack of world-class boxing skills, Romero hits like a truck. So, boxing fans were curious to see how Davis tackled a man with such power. Davis was a sizable favorite heading into the fight, but Romero was a game opponent. The first round was very close. It was a feeling out round, with Rolando scoring well with jabs.
Distracted by something we can't yet tell what it is.
Rolando continued to work off the jab and landed a flurry of strikes. Davis ended up on the mat, but he was pushed. Romero started to land more shots as the round progressed. In round 3, Romero continued to impress.
Romero's using really effective combination.
In rounds 4 and 5, Davis made a comeback, controlling the pace and teeing off with some nice shots. With momentum on his side, Davis finished the job in the 6th round to earn his 25th knockout victory in 27 fights. Someone's O had to go, and Romero's it was. In another clash of undefeated phenoms, Davis faced Ryan Garcia in a catchweight grudge match between two of the biggest stars in the world of boxing. Thanks to his fists of fury and Disney Prince-like looks, Ryan Garcia is one of the hottest prospects in boxing, with incredible hand speed and one-punch knockout power. Even casual fans were invested in the fight. No titles were on the line in this one, but the fight was bigger than any title fight either man had been in. The world was watching, so the pressure on both men was through the roof. Under bright lights, Davis's experience shined. The first round was a technical chess battle. Garcia tested the waters with his jab, while Davis patiently made his reads on King Ryan. For the first time in his career, Davis got a taste of his own medicine. The speed of shots on both ends was insane. Round 2 started slowly, but things escalated with Davis cracking and dropping Garcia with a huge left hook. From there on, Davis controlled the fight. In round 3, Davis fought with more valor and confidence, bouncing around while throwing his shots. Davis continued to land the better shots in rounds 4 and 5. The finish came in the 7th round, when Davis targeted Garcia's breadbasket, landing a crushing left that had King Ray taking the knee. The fight was over as Garcia refused to continue. 29 fights, 29 wins, and 27 knockouts. It doesn't get any better than that. Who can stop Tank Davis from marching on?
Who was stopped by Bernard Hopkins following a paralyzing body shot with a delayed reaction. Gervonta Tank Davis just stopped Ryan Garcia.
A perfect historical